Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And hi, love you also, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful and super duper delicious wherever you are in the world, and that life is treating you oh so deliciously. So what do we do? 3, 2, 1, beam me up. Oh, hold on, my delicious little babies. My lights do not seem to be going that bright. What's wrong with you little lights? Not shining bright. Oh, that's better, my delicious little babies, okay? Yeah, shining a lot brighter, okay? So, sorry about that, my delicious little babies. Now, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to any passers-by, okay? And much love to you all, my delicious babies, and I hope that life is treating you also most deliciously. Now then, our weather in our old neck of the woods in the old UK, well, the sun has got his hat on, hip 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 hooray, okay? It's a tiny bit chilly, okay, but I'm wearing my t-shirt, okay, today, one of my t-shirts, okay? Now, if you do happen to enjoy my video today, if you could please click on the like. For others of you, if you could please subscribe, and thank you, okay? Now then, so I have a number of things I'd like to say today. Surprise, surprise, okay? Now, one thing I will say, the video that myself and my beautiful and delicious dear little friend Kaz did yesterday evening, well, I'm not going to apologise for any of it. I'm not going to apologise for anything that I've said. I do get rather passionate about certain subjects, okay, which I feel are very close to my heart, okay, my delicious little babies. So yes, I did throw my pen, and yes, I did get rather passionate, okay, but I feel that we covered a number of things, okay. So when my beautiful and delicious dear little friend Kaz, when she comes again, we shall be talking about something else, okay. Now, even when I called her this morning, you know, just to say, you know, to speak to her generally, God bless the beautiful dear little soul, you know, and to thank her once again for coming on our video. You know, we was discussing this, you know, and I said for years, you know, to me, which I said, you know, you just wish that you could find some way, you know, to help those dear beautiful ladies who, there we go, who very sadly suffer this sort of fate. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Because it's flipping damn well flipping disgusting, awful and putrid, okay? But, you know, if you could find, you know, somewhere where you could, do you know what I mean, to find a way to help them. And my beautiful and delicious dear little friend Kaz, you know, said the same this morning. Do you know what I mean? She said she wished that, because a lot of this is finance. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, you know, but you could maybe through whatever way, try to save so many, there we go, do you see what I'm saying, yes? So many dear ladies from going through this. Well, anyway, so that's what I have to say there. So I'm not going to change it. I'm not going to take my video down. I'm not going to do that either, my delicious little babies. So if anybody out there found me where I was a little bit too passionate, well, that's fine. You see, the best thing to do, it's like there's thousands upon thousands upon thousands of videos out there, do you see what I mean? So if somebody does not want to watch my video, well, then just do not, skip it, job done. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, sometimes what happens on videos, sometimes it can be very delicate subjects. Sometimes what I will discuss, or what myself and my beautiful and delicious dear little friend discusses, dear Kaz, sometimes it is rather delicate, or sometimes, you know, it's subjects that maybe not everybody really wants to talk about. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, but we're just your type of women here, okay? That, there we go, before I even say it, you know what I mean? We'll say things the way it is. And it's not always very nice to listen to, but that is real life. Okay, it goes on in real time and it's real life. And then, of course, you hear a story, and then, of course, you know, it just gets, there we go, before I even say it, brushed under the carpet. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? Well, I will never forget. I will never forget those two beautiful dear little ladies. Beautiful little Banaz and beautiful little Jyoti, okay? And there's a hell of a lot more going on all around the flipping world, yes there is. Okay, and it's putrid and it's wicked, okay? But at the end of the day, they've been having a go at women for how many flipping decades? Do you see what I'm saying? There we go. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? So I just like to speak up, okay? And so does my beautiful and delicious dear little friend Kaz. She's the same as I. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, and I did not feel that I'd said anything wrong on my video, on our video. No, I did not. And I stand by everything I've said, okay? But it breaks my heart, you know, to know situations like this, there we go, do go on. Do you see what I'm saying to you? And it has been for a very long time. And yet they cover things up. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? Or they'll only say a tiny little bit, a snippet with the box in the corner of the room. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? But how dare dirty, filthy men like that do that to beautiful ladies, you know, beautiful little Jyoti, beautiful little Banners, and thousands upon thousands of other beautiful dear ladies out there. What gives a man, a particular type of dirty-minded man, to do something like that? That is what I have to say. And yes, I am very passionate about it, very. They do not... and call me right or wrong here, my delicious little babies. I'm not a bad woman if anybody thinks I am. Thank you for watching up until this point. Please skip my channel, okay, and never return, because I do not want to listen to shite. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? At the end of the day, they do not deserve to breathe the breath of life, to do dirty things like that to dear ladies. No. Like I said before, I'm going to repeat it again, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, and that is what I believe in, my delicious little babies. Yes? Do not give them the opportunity to have 3 meals a day. Do you see what I mean? And sit in luxury and brag about the nastiness and dirty things they've done. Do you know what I mean? Just like beautiful little Jyoti, just like one of the men, the dirty men who did that to her, yes? You actually heard his mother on the video, one of the dirty men, right? And she's sticking up for her son, that he's done nothing wrong. The dirty putrid. Look how your woman there's brought her flipping son up. She hasn't brought him up, she's flipping dragged him up, the piece of shite. And that's what I say about all of them anyway. Let me get into this. So I'm going to start by saying, so I'm going to change the subject now, my delicious little babies, because I just get wound up again, okay? Now then, so yesterday, a lovely dear neighbour of mine, yes, because I do have some beautiful Polish neighbours, okay, and of course, you know, they go to church, you know, with Easter, and by the way, happy Easter to you all, my delicious little babies, anybody who celebrates it, okay. The reason why I choose not to celebrate anything, my delicious little babies, and it's not that I'm being horrible, nasty, or anything like that. I have nothing against anybody who chooses to, you know, believe in what they wish to believe in, okay. It's just that with all of the lies, there we go, that we hear, okay, this is just me personally, I just do not believe in any of it, right? I mean, they even say that we're supposed to have 13 months, there we go, instead of 12, okay? So I'm not, you know, a full believer in things, but nevertheless, I wish everybody else a beautiful and wonderful Easter, okay? And may every single one of you, have beautiful blessings, okay? Now then, so one of my lovely neighbours who's Polish across the road, he said, come here a minute, you said to me yesterday, and he said, choose 2 eggs. Now, what it is, he had like a little basket, okay, and in the basket, well, these are little chicken eggs, okay. Now, what they do is they paint them, yes, so if you take a look, please, my delicious little babies, so, you know, they paint them all different ways, yes, like this one here. He said, choose 2, you know, you had even tiny little eggs. She said to me, real eggs, by the way, my delicious little babies, okay, so this is the other one I chose. I chose these 2, my delicious little babies, yes, okay, something I just like the colours, okay, but you all know me by now, my delicious little babies, a lot of the colours I wear are very bright, because I just love bright colours, okay? But really, that also does represent my personality, because my normal personality, okay, when I'm not on one, okay, for the camera, okay, but my normal personality is usually very freedom-loving. Do you understand what, there we go, very freedom-loving, do you see what I mean? And as I feel that I have a brighter personality, there we go, shall we say, do you see what I'm saying to you? So I just like bright things, do you see what I mean? Anyway, lovely little eggs, look, they're real eggs, you know, and then what you do is you crack them and then you eat them. Because what he was saying is that they were not choosing chocolate eggs. So, you know, and they do not really talk to a lot of man and woman on this road, you know, but we speak, you know what I mean, myself and his family. Got a beautiful little family, you know, 2 little bairns and, you know, a little baby daughter and a little elder daughter and his dear wife. You know, they're just so beautiful. Well, they all are, do you see what I mean, around my close. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, that's just my opinion anyway. But yes, but that was a lovely little gift, wasn't it, my delicious little babies? Yes, but that's how, you know, some beautiful dear Polish celebrate, okay? Now then, so I'm just going to say this to you, my delicious little babies. So I don't know whether you know, okay? And by the way, thank you to anybody, I just got to say at this point, thank you to anybody, okay, who has, you know, clicked on my view or even, you know, put a like, okay? So, you know, thank you so very much for that, okay? And God bless every single one of you and so much love, okay? It is very much appreciated, okay? At least I know some are listening to me, okay? No matter what mood I'm in, come rain or shine, okay? Anyway, so I was mentioning the other day, you know, that this man flipping, you know, what's his name, Mark flipping script, yes, which I did say I was going to say his name, right? Well, you know, because he's obviously a grumpy flipping bear, do you understand what I mean? And just thought, oh, you know, well, I'll just, not that I really like this word, but we have to, you know, oh, I'm just going to target her, do you see what I mean, yes? Anyway, silly flipping Egypt prat. Do you see what I'm saying? But you do get some, my delicious little babies, right, where they just send, there we go, vile flipping messages, do you see what I mean? Anyway, so this morning when I woke up, okay, because I thought, well, I haven't really, you know, put many messages to anybody or to any videos, you know, there's not many that I do, okay? Well, anyway, so this man, and I've got to tell you, so this is the other side of comments. Do you see what I'm saying, my delicious little babies? Yes, so you have the one side where you got somebody who's like a grumpy bear, and then you have somebody else who clearly reads what I have put on somebody's video, okay, which is very happy and positive, do you see? And anyway, so this is, it's just to explain to you, my delicious little babies, yeah? So I thought, well, this made me smile, it was very pleasant, so I shall read it out to you, my delicious little babies, because I did take the time to write this down, okay? So he's put, hi pretty lady, this your man has, right? How are you and your family are doing today, okay? He puts, and how's the weather over there? Okay, what's the look about babies, okay? So I just thought that that was really, really pleasant, yes? So I, you know, put a like back and, you know, and I mentioned his name and, you know, and I just said, you know, just being pleasant, do you see what I'm saying, yes? Because it was a nice, you know, comment to receive. So, you know, I just put the, you know, our weather and what it's doing at the moment. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, and I just, you know, said, God bless, you know, thank you for your lovely message. Do you see to me? And I see nothing wrong with that, my delicious little babies, but that's just me, okay? Others are different, yes? Anyway, but then he sent me another message, my delicious little babies, okay? So what it is, right? So he's been in Turkey, right? But anyway, I'll just put it right. So this man, so he's originally from Poland, yes? So that's what he was explaining in his message back to me, yes? Okay? But now lives in Florida. So his home is in Florida, okay, my delicious little babies? And he also said that he's currently working in the Black Sea of Turkey. Okay, my delicious little baby. So I just thought I'd mention that, okay? So we're just going to tick that off, okay? Now then, so then he was, explaining to me, God bless his beautiful dear little soul, He's an older man, he's like got a very white beard and white hair, he looks very pleasant. Not in that way, my delicious little babies, but he looks very pleasant, okay? And he's explaining that, because he's missing his daughter, do you see what I mean? He hasn't been able to, he doesn't have any other family. And he hasn't seen his daughter for a number of months, okay? So, he's looking forward to going back and seeing her. Do you see what I mean? Which, that's very lovely. He asked me, and God bless him, and I hope that he has a safe journey back and that, father and daughter get to see one another. Do you know what I'm saying to you? Yes, okay? Because not all fathers are bad out there. Do you understand what I'm saying? You have some very good fathers, okay? Just like you have some very good mothers, okay? Anyway, so then he said, do you have daughters? Do you have children? Are you married? And I did have to laugh, I just put I have to, I just put I have daughters. Jesus. But anyway, I kept it very pleasant because, I do not wish to be rude. Do you see what I mean? Anyway, so he come back to me with, are you married? Anyway, God bless him, okay? But, yeah, so, that's that. Maybe he just fancied just having a little natter, on the old, talky, texty. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, anyway. But I just thought I'd let you know. But, so you do get, many out there, my delicious little babies, whether you're man or woman. Do you see what I mean? And sometimes they just want to have a little natter and, sometimes just, message like that. So I thought it was very pleasant, actually. Do you understand what I mean? I did actually say to him, I said, well, if you look at me, a Tarot Virgo, I says, where I have different discussions. Do you see what I mean? Not in that way, my delicious little babies, but do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, but I haven't sent any more messages, because I'm rather, I feel, because I'm talking to me camera. Do you see what I mean? And talking to yourselves, my delicious little babies. Yes, so I'm otherwise, engaged in doing something else, okay? So anyway, that's that. But it's just to let you know that as much as you can have, do you see what I mean, really rude individuals, who leave very nasty messages, you can also have very pleasant ones as well. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? So yes, God bless that dear man. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? Anyway, so that's that then. So then we go on to Narc. Narky. Do you see me? I actually remember doing a little shorts video, with one of my Narky trainers, the brand new actually in the box. There we are. Okay. And I just put, what was it I put? Time for a run. Okay. It's just I took a tiny little bit of film. Do you say? Anyway, but we've known about, Nike for a while, haven't we? Yes. But of course, by the time I found out about the Nike, well, by that time I'd already bought me, my trainers. Do you see what I'm saying? Anyway, but yeah, so they seem to be in the spotlight, don't they, Nike? So it's all to do with this bloody transgender business, isn't it? Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, where you've got men, this transgender, what they say that, if you're transgender, and that a man is, and if he carries himself off. So I'm just going to tick this one off with delicious little babies, okay? Sorry, okay? That, that they carry themselves off as women, so they're real women. No, they're not. No, they're not, my delicious little babies. They are not at all, okay? Man is man and woman is woman, okay? It's the way they were born, apart from, and I mean that this is super, super, super duper rare, which is what I said months ago on one of my videos, yes? Where you have, very rarely a little baby that's born, seems to be born with both, okay? But that is an extreme rarity, okay? My delicious little babies, yes, right? But no, we do not want to hear this shite. Do you see what I'm saying? And anyway, I've been seeing quite a few of those, what they call these blooming transgender flipping videos, okay? Where they're flipping bopping a woman there. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? And because they're wearing a flipping frock and a bit of flipping lippy. Well, as far as I'm concerned, that is a man hitting a woman, which is not acceptable. And really, they should be flipping locked up for doing such things. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? But as we're seeing, seems to be one rule for one and one rule for another, doesn't it, my delicious little babies, it seems? Do you see? Anyway, so I just thought I'd mention that. So yeah, NARC is in the spotlight, okay? But then again, I did mention on another one of my videos as well, you know, where that dumpster, you know, where he goes. And yeah, there was a load of brand new NARC trainers, you know, in our UK, okay, that were actually in the large bins, the dumpster. Brand new pairs of NARC trainers in boxes, just put out. Do you see what I'm saying to you, delicious little babies? Yes. So what is going on there then? One wonders. Do you see what I'm saying? I smell something, don't you, my delicious little babies? Anyway, but fair play. You know, I mean, for some, you know, if they haven't got any shoes, God bless their beautiful, dear little souls, you know, they're homeless or something, please God, that somebody can help them. Do you see what I mean? Maybe a pair of trainers, you know, or shoes would help. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? Yes. Anyway, so the other thing I want to talk about, okay? So, and I am going to say this, my delicious little babies, and I would like you to look at this, okay? For some reason, I seem to be, I don't know, something, I don't, you know, I cannot explain what it is. I just cannot explain it, my delicious little babies, yes? Or as I was saying to my beautiful and delicious dear little friend Cass this morning, you know, and she said, I said, there's something, or I'm picking up on some energies of something, there we are. She said, what I'm saying to you, yes? And she said, yes. She says, well, there's probably, you know, one to, you know, somebody who's needing help. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. But anyway, God bless. I hope that they get that help. Do you see what I mean? Which, of course, you know, I will always talk to anybody, you know, in that situation. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Yes. And of course, you know, if I could, you know, physically, you know, help in another way, then I would. But, you know, I do not have the ka-ching to be able to do something like that, you know, to get a building. And do you know what I mean? Otherwise, I would gladly do it, my delicious little babies, do you see? But I feel that somebody out there, you know, in our neck of the woods in the old UK, and even in, you know, other parts of the world, you know, if they have got the ka-ching, you know, just to build these buildings, just to help these dear ladies, do you see? Anyway, so we got the first one, my delicious little babies, yes. Now again, this is like a, you know, for some a very uncomfortable subject, but sometimes it needs to be flipping damn well said. Because me personally, this is flipping disgusting. But that's just me, right? Now this video is only about, I think, a minute and something long, okay? Now, like I said, I'm not usually one to advertise much anymore, but if I see something as being important, or maybe it will help somebody else, then by all means I will say it, okay, my delicious little babies? Now this is 80-year-old man, so you'd have to type it into the old space bar, my delicious little babies out there, for those of you who would be interested in looking at this exceptionally short video, okay? 80, yes, you've heard it correctly, my delicious little babies, 80-year-old man, wait for this, my delicious little babies, marries 12-year-old girl, okay? Then in brackets, Saudi Arabia. Now, what you'll be looking for in the old subscribe, my delicious little babies, please and thank you. It should say Med, as in M for mother, E for echo, D for delta, and then Basha, which is B for Bertie, A for apple, C for Charlie, H for Harry, A for apple, and that's on YouTube, okay? Very, very, very short video, okay? And I actually put in brackets, so just tick that off. I actually put in brackets, disgusting. Others cheer him on. Oh yes, that's right, my delicious little babies. And we're talking about grown women as well. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? Yes. And you should see this dirty man there, a little skinny little thing wearing a flipping dress and trousers. Right? Yes, I will say it. Anything like this disgusts me. Do you see what I mean? Yes? And that is somebody's daughter. Do you know what I mean? How they could even let a man, 80 years of age, my delicious little babies, marry a 12-year-old young bairn. And you should see him. Strange looking creature he was. Do you know what I mean? And they're sort of going, you know, woo, and all this, like it's exciting. I mean, you know, somebody should be putting a bloody damn well stop to this. Anyway, so that's that one, my delicious little baby. So it's just like, you know, a minute and something long, okay? It's not something that I'd say, oh, yes, I'd just look at all day long or something like that, no. What I'm doing is getting a point across about my feelings on this particular matter. Okay, my delicious little babies. And I'm not liking one bit, okay? Now, the next one, now this is called, in the old subscribe, again on YouTube, my delicious little babies, yes, and it's called M for Mother, D for Delta, MDTV. So this, to me, I've never watched anything like this before, so, but anyway, I never even watched all of it. I just watched, you know, a certain part just so I could get my video out to you, my delicious little babies, yes. 14-year-old bride, okay, rebels against older husband. And yes, it's Chicago Med. So that's what you'd need to tap into the old space bar. Or what the other thing you could do is just type in MDTV, and then, you know, you'll be able to see. Please and thank you, my delicious little babies. Yes. 14 years old, and to me it looks like, you know, like if you like watch one of these American series, do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, it's like that, okay? But like I say, I only watched just a tiny bit, okay? That just enough for me to explain, yes? Well, one of the doctors there, yes, your woman there, she said to this young lass who, she's 14, was in the, you know, hospital bed, yes, and her husband was there. Dirty, filthy creature. I call them paedophiles myself, my delicious little babies, just like the flipping first one, yes. Anyway, and they said, oh, you know, we'll see to your daughter, you know, words to effect, we'll see to your daughter, you know. And he says, she's not my daughter. He says, she, you know, she's my wife. And I mean, you're talking what, a man in his, I would have said probably, you know, 50s, probably, yeah, I would have said probably later, to me anyway, later 50s. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? Anyway, so that was just very short as well for you to take a listen to, my delicious little babies. But of course, you see your man there controls his young wife. Do you see? It's like she doesn't have much of a tongue in her head, God bless her beautiful dear soul. But what they're, from that series, to me, it's ding ding dong dong, common sense. They're trying to get something across to an audience. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes, that this kind of thing happens, but it happens everywhere, my delicious little babies, not just in the UK, not just in, you know, like Chicago, not just in Saudi Arabia, okay? It happens in all different places, my delicious little babies, yes? Anyway, so that's that. So tick that one off, my delicious little babies, yes? So that's what I wanted to say there. And then finally here, before I just change the subject, if you was to tap into the old space bar, again, this is on YouTube, I have 3 children. Well, I call them bairns, but, you know, this says children. I have 3 children with my father. Okay, my delicious little babies. And then if you look in the old subscribe, it should say Dr. Phil. Now, for most of you delicious little babies, you will know who Dr. Phil is. He's an American doctor, and he's like has a chat show in America. Okay, well, he's been going for some years actually, my delicious little babies. Yes. Anyway, but he was, you know, interviewing this young woman, and yeah, she's got 3 Ferns. And I do believe, I'm pretty sure if this is the one, mind you, there's another bloody one anyway. Seems to be rather a flipping lot, okay? But she was pregnant at 6? 6? My delicious little babies. What the flipping hell is going on? Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? It's like in certain religions, my delicious little babies, yes, what happens is, because all different, I'm going to close my book, okay? In all different certain religions, shall we say, okay? Because some, like when you're young, you know, so I do not wish to be too personal if there's dear men and dear gentlemen out there, okay? I'm just done explaining this, yes? That, you know, you start your menstrual cycle at different times. So some young lassies, they can start very early, okay, and then for other lassies, you know, sometimes they may not start their menstrual cycle, you know, until they're in their teens, okay, my delicious little babies anyway. Well, the point is, and in certain religions, yes, that as soon as a young lass, as soon as she starts her menstrual cycle, she's then classed as a woman, so therefore they can, you know, have a physical closeness with. So that means even if, God bless the beautiful dear little souls, even if that means a young Ben, even if she was to say start a menstrual cycle at 7 or 8, then you've got a big dirty man there doing that to a young lass. And I just want to highlight these things, my delicious little babies, and no, I will not shut my mouth about it. This should not be acceptable in any, under no circumstances, any society, no matter what country. This should not be going on. But there's a lot going on in our neck of the woods in the old UK, okay? Well, you know, in the UK, okay? Where, you know, all sorts are going on. And then you had Undercover, who were, you know, either filming or, you know, or secretly taping. Yes, you know, taping what they're saying. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? And then, of course, you know, then they make out, oh, you know, no, we do not do things like that. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? So, you know, to me, I'm not just pinpointing one culture, my delicious little babies, yes? What I'm saying is that this is very much going on right now in real time in the world, is what I am saying, my delicious little babies, and it's disgusting. Do you know what I mean? And then you got other mothers in different cultures, yes? And then they're selling off their little bairns, their daughters, God bless the beautiful dear little souls, selling them off. What kind of business is this? Okay? But I still do not feel that enough is being done, because quite simply, because we know who, yes, and the putrid little lackeys, yes, they want to just suppress everything, yes. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, that this kind of dirtiness flipping doesn't go on. Well, it flipping damn well does. And I'll keep talking about it, because all of this should stop. I mean, they're beautiful. They're just beautiful little innocent little bairns who should be living their lives innocently. There we go. Do you know what I mean? Not being with a big dirty man, paedophile. Anyway, that's what I have to say there. Now, finally, I was talking to me, you know, a neighbour of mine, yes? And again, I'm mentioning these 15-minute cities, my delicious little babies, yes? Mentioning these 15-minute cities, yes? Well, I said, do you know about 15-minute cities? No. So it seems that still, so I just give them a bit of advice, my delicious little babies. I said, well, please, all you have to do is just go onto YouTube, type in 15-minute cities, that's it. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? But it seemed very much to me, my delicious little babies, and God bless my dear neighbours, yes, but here's the fact of the matter, it's like they didn't really seem to have much of an interest. Can you see, my delicious little babies, what, there we go, what we're up against? Can you see? It's like they're too busy where they want to do the gardening, or they're too busy where they, you know, are not listening, paying attention to what is being said to them. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes? So it's still an uphill struggle, it seems. Okay? My delicious little baby, sorry, and that's what's going on there. Now then, the other day, and there is one more thing I'd like to say, my delicious little babies, because you know me, I do try to get out as much as I can, you know, on my videos. Sometimes they're slightly longer, sometimes they're, you know, shorter, okay? But I did hear the other day, so this is, well, to me anyway, this is not big news. No, okay? In fact, I just thought to myself, well, this is only, there we go, it's only a matter of time, really. You know, this World Economic, rewind and start again, this World Economic Forum, the WEF, on old YouTube. Well, yes, you know, it seems that, you know, hiring, and I knew this the other day anyway, okay, my delicious little babies, there we are, okay, it's just that with me, I'm too busy trying to get other things, do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? So, as what I see as being important to me at the time to get out, okay, and if anybody's, you know, very kind to listen, well then that is a bonus, okay, and thank you. Well, it seems, yes, they want to hire, and you know, anybody so on anybody's channel, do you see what I mean? Basically, just to make themselves a complete flipping irritant and nuisance. Do you see what I mean? Just to put nasty comments. Okay, trolling, in other words. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? Yes, please just let me have a sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. Yes. So you see, this is what I have to say, right? And it's like you have Ofsted, you have Ofgem, Ofcom, okay, sorry. Well, they're the same, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? It's like you've got to tour the land. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, it's like they're coming, there we go, with the bullying tactics. Do you see what I mean? And this is again what is happening now, isn't it? You know, you've got to hire. But what's really disturbing in all of this, my delicious little baby, is that these ones that are WEF are hiring, I mean, have they got no flipping brains? And they see, ka-ching, it has been far more important, you know, just to go and upset others on their channels. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? Yes? I have a very old-fashioned saying, I do, my delicious little babies, and this is back flipping decades, okay, me and my old-fashioned sayings. You know, I always believe that what goes around comes around. Do you know what I'm saying? Yes, I do. Okay? And I repeat once again, I'll also say that, you know, because anybody can meet the match. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? These little flipping trolls. Do you see what I mean? Oh, I just simply wouldn't put up with them. Do you know what I mean? You know, I usually done saying what you got to say. Do you see what I mean? Yes. But to me, and I'll repeat it once again, I said it on another one of my videos, that, you know, karma, and this is not swearing, is a bitch. So if you're not got one way, you'll certainly be gotten another. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes. And some could just find themselves where they have extreme bad luck, you know, because they're not putting anything good into the world, are they? So if you're going around trolling others, making yourself a complete nuisance, being damn well nasty and an irritant, yes, well, somewhere down the line, you're going to get what the duck give you. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? So we shall see what happens here. But this also tells me, my delicious little babies, that to hire all of these Egypts, because that's what they are. They're obviously very, there we go, money hungry. And Egypts, do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? But the fact of the matter is, and no, I do not feel sorry for any of them. To me, there is no, oh, well, maybe they're doing it. No. There is no excuse for that nastiness, no. Okay? But it tells me that this World Economic Forum and others, as we know, are obviously feeling, before I even say it, most worried. Do you see what I mean? Because things, even though it's maybe a little bit slower, okay, like I mentioned, the 15-minute cities, like you've heard me on other videos, but that's just one matter that we need to tackle, okay? And very soon, yes, okay? The fact of the matter is that, well, it's just telling me that some, well, they're very worried because they know that even though it's trickling out, do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, but what's happening is you're having more and more and more ears who are listening, and then you're having more and more and more eyes that are watching. I mean, God bless, I do not mean anybody who's blind, my delicious little babies. No, I do not, okay? Or say, God bless, if anybody's, very sadly unable to hear, okay, but they may be able to see, okay? So I didn't mean that, my delicious little babies, yes? But what I'm saying is, and God bless the beautiful, dear little souls, yes? But my point is that, as far as I'm concerned, when you've got more and more and more, yes? Do you see what I'm saying to you? So this, I do not feel is going as well, no, as what they thought it would. This is why they're doing this now. There we go. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? So, but if somebody wants to look at a video and somebody wants to listen to something that they would have otherwise have not have known, well, they should be allowed to do that. Do you see what I mean? And whoever has their channel, God bless them, yes, and they're covering all these different topics and subjects, yes, they should not be bombarded with this nastiness and nasty comments when all they're trying to do is help, is help the flipping world. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? So we'll see how this gets on. Oh, yes. We should be seeing a lot of things, but yes, I mean, really, I should well imagine that, the others, the little putrid little trolls, right, that, they would give up before those out there we are, and those out there will. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? It's like an old-fashioned saying, this is just a figure of speech, my delicious little babies, but you live by it, you're surely going to flipping die by it, the sword. So these little pathetic trolls, you know what I mean? Let them flipping roll on. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, because, you will get some out there, just get totally paid off with them. Not obviously the ones who have their own channels, God bless them. Do you know what I mean? Because, they clearly show maturity. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, so, for the majority, I would like to hope and feel that they do look at as many comments as possible. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, because after all, it is the viewers who got them to where they are. And that means any channel, my delicious little babies, not just 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. I'm talking about anybody. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. And I said before, months ago, didn't I? And I repeat it again, must always show respect. Yes. And that's that. Anyways, that's the video. But yeah, they should get rid of Ofcom. They should get rid of Ofsted. They should get rid of all of them. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, but others must have to sing to a certain song sheet. They can F off nicely. That's what I've got to say, my delicious babies, anyway. That's it. So that's the video. So now then, wishing you, wherever you are in the world, a beautiful morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are, okay? Please keep smiling, my delicious little babies, okay? And please take care of yourselves, and also please try to take care of others if you can, okay? Please give a pat on the back, a shake of the old hand to some beautiful and delicious little family members, friends or work colleagues, okay? Please tell them that they're wonderful, beautiful, juicy and delicious, and that you love them so, okay? So until my next video, my delicious little babies, much love, take care, God bless, thank you, goodbye.